Welcome back to another video on Influential Sports. And in this video, I want to have an honest conversation about Cailtin Clark and how much has she really helped the WNBA. Some people think she's helped it a lot, which she has. Some people might disagree, which is kind of crazy, but it's levels to it. But we also got to look at it as she isn't the only player that's been able to help the WNBA. That entire 2024 class was really good. But let's get into why she was the consensus #1 pick in the 2024 WNBA draft. Spent all 4 years at Iowa playing in the Big Ten, led her conference, um, led the conference in games played 3 times out of 4 seasons, led the conference in points per game and assists per game all 4 of those years she was there. Two-time NCAA All-Tourney team, two-time AP Player of the Year, four-time All Big Ten All Freshman team, two-time Big Ten tourney team, three-time NCAA All Region, three-time Big Ten Player of the Year, Big Ten Rookie of the Year. Then through those 4 years, she averaged 28.4 points per game, 7.1 rebounds per game, 8.2 assists per game, 1.5 steals per game, 48.2% from the field, 37.7% from three, 85.8% from the free throw line. Spectacular in college. So it made sense why she was a consensus #1, was clearly the best player. Only thing she didn't have on her accomplishments was winning a championship. And just because you don't win a championship doesn't mean you're not a great college player. I know there was a lot of talk about Cailtin Clark being on that top 10 list. I think she was in the top 5 of the greatest women to ever play college ball. But not a lot of women had a resume that she did in college. She was phenomenal in college. The only thing she didn't get was a championship. In recent, LSU did get a championship against Iowa and Cailtin Clark, but Cailtin Clark had the more impressive run. And that's not the hate on Angel Reese or nothing like that, because Angel Reese had a good college career as well. She went top 10. She could have been an argument to go top 5 because she has been a better player than Camila Cardoso. But let's focus on Cailtin Clark on this video. But she was fantastic in college. So all the stats that she had, all the accomplishments that she had, she earned that through college, and that's what led to her being the consensus #1 pick. Now let's look at how she turned around the Indiana Fever. The Indiana Fever's last time in the playoffs was in 2016. They lost in the first round. After that, they had 7 straight losing seasons. Went through 4 different coaches, didn't go to the playoffs once, and finished bottom 2 5 different times. In 2017, they were 11th in the league with a 9-25 record, so second worst. In 2018, they finished 6-28, 12th in the league, and this was Kelsey Mitchell's rookie year. And Kelsey Mitchell was my favorite player in the WNBA. And adding Kelsey Mitchell is what started to the build of them eventually building the big three that they have now, who are all all-stars this year. In 2019, they go 13-21, finished ninth, and the league was 2 games out of the playoffs. It was very close, but they weren't able to get there. This was their best finish since losing in the first round of the playoffs in 2016. Then in 2020, obviously shortened season due to the pandemic that happened. They went 6-16, was 11. Kelsey Mitchell finally found herself though. She started averaging 17.9 points per game on 45, 39, 85 splits. So Kelsey Mitchell was finally starting to find herself and finally coming into her own with the Indiana Fever. But really, it's hard for her. There wasn't much going on in Indiana. That's the next season in 2021. They will finish last in the league once again, being 6-26. Then in 2022, they was last in the league once again at a 5-31 record. But this was Lacey Houle. This was her rookie season, and she only played 12 minutes per game, but she shot 90% from the free throw line, and she will be a key piece that they still have now. And then it was also Nelissa Smith's rookie year. She was averaging 13.5 points per game, 7.9 rebounds on 42, 38, 61 splits. So she came in putting up solid numbers for Indiana. It only amounted to 5 wins that season. And then in 2023, they improved by a few games. They finished 13-27, finished 10th in the league with 5 games out of the playoffs. But this was Aaliyah Boston's rookie year, averaging 14 points per game, giving them 8 rebounds per game on 57% from the field. Erica Wheeler returned to the team. She was there from 2016 to 2019. In her career, she averaged 9.5 points and 3.9 assists prior to her comeback. But those were solid numbers, especially for Erica Wheeler coming back, and she added to that team, helping them get to 13 wins, almost getting to 15, which they had 8 more than they had the previous season. And then this was also the first year that Cailtin Mitchell was able to become an All-Star. She ended up becoming an All-Star uh, in the year 2023. And in 2024, the Indiana Fever did Cailtin Clark to the draft. They finished 20-20, their first 500 season since 2016, their first playoff experience since 2016. They finished as the sixth seed, had their best offensive rating of all time in franchise history, and they've been around since 2000. 7-win improvement from the previous season. Both Cailtin Clark and Cailtin Mitchell were All-Stars that year. Cailtin Clark averaged 19. She won Rookie of the Year, averaging 19.2 points per game, 1.3 steals per game, 8.4 assists per game, 7.5 rebounds per game on 41.7% from the field, 34.4% from three, and 90.6% from the free throw line. All WNBA first team, Rookie of the Year, All-Star, finished fourth in MVP voting. So she came to this team and quickly turned that around. But all the pieces that they have and added to that team to help get them there throughout the years of having Erica Willard, Delissa Smith, Lacey Houle, Cailtin Mitchell, Aaliyah Boston. Those pieces right there is how they were able to build this team. And once they finally found the piece that put this all together, Cailtin Clark was that piece and helped them improve to once again get to the playoffs, something they hadn't seen since Obama was in office. So that was something they was looking for, and Cailtin Clark definitely did that. They led the league in attendance last year, because I think the Aces fell to second, because the Las Vegas Aces did it for a good part of this decade, which I'm gonna get into later. But Cailtin Clark had a tremendous rookie season and helped this team improve a lot. She was definitely the missing piece for that team, the lead guard that they needed. Does she have turnover problems? Yes, but for a young guard, that's not a problem. Like, she's gonna fix that. She still kind of has that now, and I think it's went down slightly. But it's like, as a young guard coming into the league, it's like, I think you're, especially in the W, I feel like it's bound for you to be turnover prone to some degree. And I don't think, some people like to take it out of context of how bad the turnovers are, but I think that's gonna be fine, because she's an elite playmaker. She can shoot from anywhere, even. And then I'm gonna get into why she wasn't on the cover of 2K, which it makes a lot more. It's deeper than what people want to make it seem. But Cailtin Clark has definitely helped the Indiana Fever become relevant once again, helped them get to the playoffs, has helped the WNBA in a tremendous way. But I don't think she's the only person that deserves credit. It was a lot of people, or she's not the only person that earned credit for helping the W. And then it's a lot of people that was confused on why is Angel Reese on the 2K cover? She didn't earn it. She don't deserve it. This and that. The reason why, and people said, why isn't it Cailtin Clark? Why isn't it Angel Wilson? Why? First of all, there's been 3 women on the 2K cover. In 2K22, Candace Parker became the first woman to get the 2K cover. On 2K25 last year, Angel Wilson was on the cover, so she did get the respect that she earned playing in the W. So for people to think that Angel Wilson doesn't move the needle, that she's not marketable, if she wasn't marketable and didn't move the needle, she wouldn't be on the 2K cover last year. Because they're not just giving her a 2K cover just because. Angel Wilson was on that 2K cover because she's marketable. She's the best player in the W. And she's playing in a big market in Las Vegas, who's led the league in attendance for multiple years throughout this decade. So to say that she's not a needle mover is ridiculous to me. Angel Wilson's been doing her thing. People that say, oh, she isn't fun to watch, she's basically the female version of LeBron, playstyle wise. So what's not fun to watch about that? But the reason why Cailtin Clark was not chosen to be on the 2K cover this year, and Cailtin Clark has time. If not next year, she will have a cover within 3 years. Do not worry about that. She will get a cover. She's only played 13 games. She's missed 11 out of the 24 games they've played so far. Last season, she played every game. She played every regular season game, every playoff game, but she hasn't been available. The best ability is availability, and she hasn't been available. So what sense would it make? And Angel Reese has improved, like I said, and I know people are going to try to compare it to Angel Reese. I made the video about Angel Reese and explained why she's more than just me bounce, which isn't really true, but I already debunked that. So go, and I'll leave that video at the end of this so you can watch that and see my thoughts about Angel Reese. But to focus on Cailtin Clark and why she wasn't on the cover and why she will get it in the future, Currently, she's not having a great season. Her field goal percentage is down by 5%. Her three-point percentage is down by 6%. Even her free throw percentage has decreased by 8%. Points per game down by nearly 3. Her steals, assists, and rebounds is still about the same. But when you're having a decline like this in your second season and you're barely playing, it doesn't make sense to put you on the 2K cover. Asia Wilson being on the 2K, Asia Wilson got it last year because she also had a signature shoe around the time for 2K25. Same thing that Angel Reese got. She got the Me Bounce merch, she got the signature shoes that's coming out, and those shoes look cold. So, and now she's having an improved season. So it's like, it makes sense. She's very popular. And no, she isn't selling out more arenas than Cailtin Clark. Cailtin Clark is the better player. But you also have to think about 2K as a business. They're thinking about who's the most marketable person. That's what 2K, who's going to make me the most money at this time, who's improved, who's playing, who's been consistently playing. They're thinking about who has merch, who has the signature shoe. They're thinking about all these things. It's not just about who's the best player sometimes. Sometimes it does get rewarded to the best player. Because they gave it to Asia Wilson last year, who was the best player in the W. And then this season, SGA is getting the cover, who's the best player in the NBA. So it's going to fluctuate between the NBA and WNBA and who get the covers. But Cailtin Clark has still been good. She's just been having a down year this year. Now, I don't expect this come playoff time. I think she'll be straight. I don't even expect this next season. But it's hard for her to be on the 2K cover realistically when, think about it, she hasn't really been playing like that this season. What has she done to earn the 2K cover? Okay, she helped the viewership grow, but is she the only woman that helped the viewership grow? No, she's not. Because as far as viewership growth goes, the 2020 finals had an increase from 2019 in terms of viewers. The Storm swept the Aces. Brianna Stewart won Finals MVP of 440,000 viewers. The Storm led the league in sellout games, or the Storm led the league in attendance that year and more. And they had, I could be wrong, but they had a few sellouts that season. Then in 2021, the Chicago Sky defeat the Mercury 3-1. Kalia Cooper wins Finals MVP. 548,000 viewers. So that's an increase from the previous year. And the Aces led the league in attendance that year. 2022, you've seen a bit of a decline, 534,000 viewers. So a slight decrease, but the Aces once again led the league in attendance for the second straight year. Then in 2023, and Jackie Young won Finals MVP that season. Then for the third straight year, the Aces in the finals, once again, back to back, the viewers went up 728,000. Asia Wilson won Finals MVP as the Aces beat the Liberty 3-1. The highest TV viewership they had in 20 years. The Game 4 had 889,000 viewers, the largest audience of Finals history. The Aces, for the third straight season, led the league in attendance. And overall, they had 728,000 viewers as an average. Like I said, the most viewed in 20 years up to that point. So the 2023 finals did really well, and the Fever had the second lowest home average attendance. Now people could say, well, Cailtin Clark was going on a crazy run in 2023. That's why people was watching. You can't give credit to Cailtin Clark for something that she didn't participate in. Did she help the rise of women's basketball? Yes. But how can you give her credit for the 2023 WNBA finals getting numbers when she wasn't in that? Why are we acting like Asia Wilson doesn't sell? Asia Wilson was not on a 2K cover for shits and giggles. She earned that 2K cover. She was there because she's been an MVP. She's won a Finals MVP. She sold shoes. The Aces led the league in attendance in 2021, 2022, and 2023. And you're telling me that Asia Wilson isn't a draw? Even if you don't watch the WNBA, people know who Asia Wilson is. If you don't, then you're just following. Even people that just started watching because of Cailtin Clark, you will know who Asia or Cailtin Clark and Angel Reese. You will know who Asia Wilson is. You should know who that is. Then in 2024, the Liberty defeated the Lynx in a ranked 5-game series, 3-2. Jonquel Jones won Finals MVP. 1.5 million viewers. The first time the Finals reached 1 million viewers in 21 years. 2024 had, game one had 1.14 million viewers, the largest audience since 2003. The Aces were second in home attendance that year. The Fever were first because of Cailtin Clark, but then the Aces were second. They're telling me in 4 straight years the Aces finished top two in attendance, but Aja Wilson doesn't sell. She's not a draw. She's not a needle mover. What are we talking about? So, and y'all still want to give Cailtin Clark credit for the WNBA finals growing. Okay, she helped the viewership, but you're giving her credit for something that Nafisa Collier, John Paul Jones, Brianna Stewart, Sabrina Ionescu were competing in. Sabrina Ionescu was chosen to be in a 3-point contest at NBA All-Star Weekend for Stephen Curry. So then the Fever got swept in the first round. It's easy to discredit Cailtin Clark, but it's hard for you to give somebody credit for something she didn't participate in. The viewership did grow with her in the league. I'm not denying that. But people stayed to watch the finals. You can't just credit that to Cailtin Clark. These women had to put on entertaining games to make people stay. Because if the games are as bad as y'all want to make it seem, people wouldn't be staying to watch these games, to watch these other women play. And there's plenty of other women in the W who are marketable, who are needle movers. Cailtin Clark is a needle mover. I didn't deny that, but that doesn't mean that she's the only needle mover. As I expressed multiple times, Aja Wilson is one of the top needle movers in the league. She's up there with Cailtin Clark. There's no denying that. And if you're denying that, you're just biased. Even that whole class of 2024 and even the 2025 class we got now with Cailtin Clark, Angel Reese, people talking about Camila Cardoso, people compared Cardoso and Angel Reese. They might not be the top of the top, but these women helped Paige Beckers, top pick of this year's draft. She's been one of the needle movers, and she has helped the viewership grow. When Juju Watkins get in the league, the viewership is going to increase. Like Brianna Stewart, she's won Finals MVP, led multiple teams to the finals in this decade. Nafisa Collier, the best player in the W this season, leading in the MVP race. She'll get a 2K cover soon, best believe. If not, if anything, Nafisa Collier or Cailtin Clark are going to be the next year 2K cover. Sabrina Ionescu, like I said, had a 3-point contest with Stephen Curry. Cailtin Clark is a needle mover, but that does not make her the only needle mover. You can have multiple needle movers in the WNBA. I don't know why this is such a hard concept to grasp. And Cailtin Clark isn't the best player in the W. It's clear. It's either Aja Wilson or Nafisa Collier. This season, I'm going with Nafisa Collier. She's giving you a lot offensively, putting up the points, getting you the boards, getting you the assists. She's playing great defense, getting you blocks, getting you steals, and she's affecting the team, leading them to the first seed after last season losing the finals in 5 games, had the best record in the league and haven't lost at home. And you can make the argument for Aja Wilson being second, because she's still doing the same thing she did last season, but the team made a terrible move in the offseason to trade Kelsey Plum, and now you got Jaleel Lloyd, who isn't able to do what Kelsey Plum did for them last season. So it's like there's other women, and Angel Reese is on a 2K cover for a reason. She didn't luck into a 2K cover. So it's multiple women who moved the needle in the WNBA. Not everybody is a needle mover, and that's just simply what it is in sports. You have a lot of great players. Everybody isn't a needle mover, but you can't just say it's one needle mover in any sport, because that's just not true. In the NBA, you have LeBron, Steph, and Kevin Durant. They're all needle movers. You can argue one is higher than the other, but they all move the needle for the NBA. In the NFL, as far as the quarterbacks goes, Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and Joe Burrow, they're all needle movers. Mahomes might be with the top one, but all of them are needle movers, and they all help, and they're all super important for the NFL. Even in wrestling, you can look at Randy Orton, John Cena. Like those guys, Triple H, those guys were needle movers. They did great stuff for the industry. So it's like, I don't get how people can deny the fact that there's multiple needle movers. I never said that Cailtin Clark wasn't a needle mover. I made the thread of people assume that's what I said. Never what I said. I never said that Cailtin Clark wasn't a needle mover. She is a needle mover, but she is not the only one. But that's my honest opinion on Cailtin Clark. I think she's a great player. She's definitely top 10 in the W based off of these 2 seasons. I think Well, I'm gonna wait on that because I think she had a really good season last year, but she hasn't been available this season. So she does have talent of a top 10 player, but I can't put her there yet. I gotta wait for this season to end and see what the playoff run looks like. Hopefully she's healthy for that because I think she can make the argument for top 10 after this season is over with. But top five, she isn't there yet. She can be one day. Like at her peak, she will be a top five player. She will be an MVP, but she's not there yet. We just gotta slow down rating people so high early on in their careers. That's why I'm saying top 10 is safe for now, but I gotta see how the rest of the season plays out because Cailtin Clark is a great player. I do like Cailtin Clark, but make sure y'all leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, comment what y'all thought, share for others to see. Check out my video about Angel Reese as I expose the me bounce narrative and why the media portrays her in a super bad light and that she's better than what the media portrays her as.